Hey guys, I am back with Tell Me Why, and we're still exploring the attic, trying to get into the secret chest to see what is in there. So we're finding out more about Marianne's life. I guess it's time now.
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
Most precious treasure, it must be the kid, right? Can't be
All
just
right,
a tiara.
should be easy enough.
Oh gosh, right. What do you mean it should be easy enough? I have no idea what I'm doing here. So I guess we make it say something? Well, what do we make it say? I mean, do we know the... Like, if we knew the first child's name, maybe? Because I'm thinking if she had 3 children, it might be the children's names. So maybe first child's name, then like Tyler, then Allison. But Tyler wasn't... Ollie? Olivia? I feel like, yeah, Tyler was Ollie, right? So what was the... Maybe I can guess it? No, maybe it's not that. Maybe Tyler wasn't the first to be born between the two of them. Let's talk to... Do we do this?
We'll get to those later. Let's finish this one, okay?
Well, I don't know what to do, Ali. Can you give me a clue? I don't know what it could be. So that was the story of the... I really don't know what it is. Have you guys got any idea? Asking you like you can answer me right now. Have you got any ideas? I don't know what it could be. I keep taking screenshots. I don't know, I feel like I've missed something. I don't know what it is. Like, that one starts with an O. That one starts with a H. That one starts with an O. O-H-O?
All right, should be easy enough.
You say that. Oh no, I did it too many times. Oh. I don't know if there's a H. Is that a H? I feel like it's probably the boy's name, right? But what could it be? It wasn't O-H-O. So maybe if we swap Ali and Olivia around? I might have to do process of elimination here. Unless Ollie's going to give me some clues. So Ollie would have been the 3rd child, perhaps. Because he did joke that he was the 2nd born, but maybe not. So maybe we can guess this one. No. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Help me, Ali. I don't know what to do. Can't do anything there. I'm so stuck right now. Right, is it so... Well, there she finally found happiness.
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
I feel like it's the baby.
Why don't we just break this open? There's a crowbar right downstairs.
What? No. You don't want to try and figure out what all this means?
Yeah,
I'm
but I
so
need
done
a
with her
clue.
riddles.
Hey, Ali, I need a clue. Oh. I really don't know. Like, I can't spell Sam, can I? There's no S. Red, orange, yellow. I really... Oh, wait. Oh, look. They're on the doors. Oh, were you screaming that at me? O-L-E. God, that's so silly. So
That
silly.
crowbar is sounding pretty
Right,
nice right now.
We can do it. O-L-E. That's it. O-L-E. Right, I've done it, so... I've done it! O-L-E. Oh, wait. No, yellow. Yellow is O. Red L. Right.
That crowbar
Yellow
is sounding
is O.
pretty nice right now.
Yellow is O. Oh, I've gone too far. No, phew. It didn't click. Red is E. L-O. Is that right? Oh, no. Red is L. Oh, God's sake.
That crowbar is sounding
I'll get
pretty
it
nice right
eventually.
now.
I'll get it eventually. There we go. Big brain time. Leo.
Yes.
Oh, maybe that was his name. Maybe that was her son's name, her first son's name. And it's a sun as well. Yeah, so like the sun is associated with Leo.
Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
It's her son.
Ollie. She noticed. I was her son.
Dear Alison and Ollie, we write stories to understand and be more understood. But what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. All my love, goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
Oh, so that'll be the tree. It's obviously the tree where she buried the tiara, right? And there's the baby. Oh, don't. No, my heart, I can't take it.
Leo Ronan.
Is that where he's buried?
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why.
Yeah, they were just kids.
Allie, did we do the right thing opening
Of
this?
course, she
We
wanted you
did.
to.
It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes. Come on, let's go to the dock. It's time to finish this.
Okay, can I look at all the other cool stuff though? I assume we're going to come back here and do the others.
Now that we're done with the important stuff, maybe we can take a crack at these?
Yes, let's do it. I want to know
Very
all the
old
stories.
Beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again?
I don't know what to do. I don't know whether I should... Yeah, let's do these. Let's do them. Oh, I need the symbol. Which symbol was it? The Very Old Bears Repair List. Let's see. The Very Old Bears Repair List. Where is it? I can't see that one. What? The beaver fixes the house. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Right. Once upon a time, in the ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. One night, a particularly violent storm shook the house. It shook the shingles on the roof and the planks in the walls. It even shook the beams on which the house stood, blowing the whole thing near to the ground. The princess hid in a closet, fearing the house would come down on her as she slept. In the morning, the house was still standing, but it was badly damaged. The storm had blown shingles off the roof and planks off the walls, and even bent a post upon which the house stood. The first two things she could fix, but the last concerned her. What will I do? Despaired the wise princess, though she knew many things and did not know how to fix the big wooden house. Just then the old bear came by to see if the princess had any trouble in the storm. When he found her nailing planks back into place, he said, "Stop, princess, let me do that for you." "I'm happy to do it," said the princess, "but if you want to help with the roof, you may." When the pair were done with the roof and the walls, they examined the bent support post. "I could throw my body against it," said the old bear. "I am very large." He stretched up onto his hind legs, so this is Sam, right? Being sure the princess could appreciate how very large he was, and then charged straight at the post. He threw his body against it with an impressive thud. The impact moved the post, but not too far, and it ended up bent in the other direction, but too far. The wise princess decided more precision was needed. She thought then of the very old beaver, who kept an excellently crafted dam. Perhaps she can help. She went looking for the very old beaver and found the industrious animal hard at work slapping down mud on a part of her dam that had been blown apart in the storm. Most of the structure was unharmed because the beaver was very good at building things. The princess knew she had come to the right place. "Beaver," she said, "my house was damaged in the storm. Would you help me fix it?" "I believe I could do that, yes," said the very old beaver, and she paused at fixing her own den to follow the princess. The very old beaver examined the big wooden house and nodded. "It will be an easy fix," she said, and she set about writing the post with the loud slaps of her tail. I wonder if that's Sam's wife. When she was done, the wise princess stroked the beaver's head. "Thank you, beaver," she said. "The wind blew the shingles off the roof and the planks off the walls and even bent this post. Now, thanks to you, I still have a home." "Think nothing of it," said the very old beaver, who returned to work at her own den once again. That winter the very old beaver grew ill, very ill. She was not able to fix her den, nor to gather food. When the princess found out, she set about delivering meals to the beaver. She brought stews of corn and beans and baskets full of bark and twigs from the beaver's very favourite aspen. One day the wise princess noticed that the beaver's den had begun to fall apart, and she set about fixing it. And though she was not as talented as the very old beaver, the fix kept the creature warm and dry. "Thank you," said the very old beaver. "Of course," said the princess. "You helped me when the storm blew my house near to the ground. Thanks to you, I still have a home, and I'm happy to do the same." The princess continued to nurse the old beaver until the day she came to the dam, and the forest was still there. No birds sang, no branches rustled, no small things skittered within the underbrush. "Oh," said the princess, staring sadly at the dam, for she knew the old beaver had passed on. Goodbye, my friend." And now that is how the very old beaver saved the big wooden house, and how the wise princess repaid her kindness. Oh, it's a nice story, but a sad story. Fixed.
She fixed the roof shingles. She fixed the planks that were blown off the walls. She slapped the post with... All right.
Yay.
Damn.
Oh, another letter.
That
I
must
have
have
a
been
lot
rough
of
on her.
reading.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her.
Dear Marianne, you cover your ears every time I try to have this conversation with you, so I thought I'd have a better chance doing this in a letter. Oh, and look at, she obviously valued the letter. She did this whole, thing for it. I know you don't like saying goodbye, so I'll keep my melancholic ramblings short and sweet. I want to thank you with all my heart for taking care of me these past few months. I can't even imagine how exhausting it must have been for you to look after a sick old lady when you also have 2 small children at home. I know you want me to keep fighting this disease and hoping for recovery, but it's always been a great strength of mine. No, don't power off. don't power off. Something's, there we go. My TV was my screen was trying to power off. just in time to stop me crying. I know you want me to keep on fighting this disease and hoping for recovery, but it's always been a great strength of mine to know when it's time to let go, and that time has come. I'd like to ask you for one last favour. Please take care of Eddie after I'm gone. My poor boy puts on a brave front ever since his father died, but I know he's in pain. I would be so much more at peace knowing that he still has family. Maybe he could teach the kids how to fish. He loves spending time with them. Thank you for the warmth and the peace you brought to my life. Give the kids a kiss from me, will you? Carol. So it's Eddie's wife. Or is it his mum? My poor boy. Oh, I thought Carol was his wife. I must have got mixed up. Oh, well, I'm glad we unlocked that. I don't know whether to do all of them. Yeah, let's do them.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
Of course. The goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Okay. The crafty goblin's good deeds. Is it that one? No. The moose teaches the goblins? I don't know which one it is.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember.
We've done that one, right? Yeah, we did that one. Let's go through and see. So that's the fixing the house one. Princess's party, we did that one. I don't know which one it is. Is it that one? Yeah, it's that one. The pelican forgives the goblins. The pelican forgives the goblins. Once upon a time, in a deep and ancient forest. Oh, this is the woman that we fell out with. What, I've forgotten her name now. The woman from the shop. Once upon a time, in a deep and ancient forest, there lived a pair of crafty goblins in a cave below a big wooden house. They lived with a wise princess who shared as much food with them as she was able, but it was never quite enough. This left the goblins hungry, very hungry, always hungry. One day, as they were out foraging for food, the pious pelican landed on a rock and dumped a smorgasbord from her beak, which the goblins knew was magic and never emptied. There were king crabs in red, blue and gold and scarlet, veiny blue shrimp, pink shelled scallops, oblong brown clams, purple spiny urchins, and even one prickly red sea cucumber. The food just kept coming. They watched as the pelican ate one clam and then took a nap. Do you think she would mind if we took just a little? Asked one of the goblins to the other. Her beak never empties. She won't possibly miss a couple of crabs, said the second, licking her lips. They were agreed, and so they crept over, filched some crabs, and ran. The goblins scarfed the crabs, but when they finished, they found that they were still hungry. She won't miss a handful of shrimp, said one goblin to the other. The goblins scarfed the shrimp, but when they finished, they found that they were still hungry. Maybe also a few scallops, said one goblin to the other. The goblins scarfed the scallops, but when they were finished, they found that they were still hungry. So they went back for the clams, and then the urchins, and then finally even the sea cucumber. Finally, they were not hungry, but there was also nothing left. Just then, the pelican woke up. What happened to my food? She asked. Unable to lie about it, the goblins confessed their crime. The pelican was dismayed, but she was a charitable-hearted bird, and she could tell the crafty goblins were growing little creatures. Goblins, said the pious pelican, I will share my food with you, but you must in return follow my example and be as generous with others as I am with you. Take that to heart, and I will have considered your debt paid. But we have nothing to give, said the goblins. You have your nimble hands and your crafty brains and your loving hearts, said the pelican. The crafty goblins realized how much they had to give, and for the rest of the day they looked for ways to help the other creatures of the forest. Okay, so we have to listen. They found the stalwart moose struggling with an itchy, hard-to-reach spot on his back, so they climbed up and gave it a good scratching. Next, they helped the old bear, who could not get honey out of a narrow beehive. They climbed up to the top of the tree with the hive and then dropped it, cracking it open. Finally, they found the princess, crying over a loss that she would not speak about. So they wrapped their little arms around her in a great big hug and stayed until she felt better. Oh. When they were done, they returned to the pious pelican. Did it feel good being as generous as I am? Asked the pelican. It did, said the goblins. I'm glad, said the pelican. We all have problems that we can't solve on our own, but if everybody goes about with generosity in their hearts, then there is always someone on hand to help. But we must all commit to do so, or there may be no one there to help you when you need it. This made sense to the goblins, and they thanked the pious pelican for her food and the lesson. Of course, by this time they were hungry again, and that remained an ongoing problem until the day the stalwart moose, her tummy rumbled, taught them to fish, but that is another story. And that is exactly how the pious pelican forgave the crafty goblins and how she taught them charity. So both of those stories have that element of helping others, which I think is what that town needed, right? It needed to help others. But also this stood out to me, the stalwart moose, because that's Eddie, taught them to fish. I don't think he did from what Tyler said before, but I like that she had that intention there of letting him do that. And I'm going to have to stop because I'm getting a sore throat. So they dropped the beehive.
They broke open the beehive for the bear.
They helped the princess. They hugged the princess.
They hugged the princess when she was crying.
And they scratched the moose's back.
They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the back.
There we go.
Our lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
My twin keeps rumbling. The Pelican Crossing, I'm going to read it like that actually. The Pelican Crossing is a specialty gift boutique located in the O'Shea Grace Glacier, catering to, I'm reading it. You can pause and read it properly yourself if you want to. So she was going to go into business with Tessa. They were trying to obtain financing to purchase inventory. So they were going to open like an art shop. Working on the executive summary part of our business plan. What do you think, Tessa? Interesting. So they were going to go into business together. But that obviously didn't work out. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to read all these out loud.
The old bear's gifts for the princess. I'm totally blanking on that story. What did he give her again?
Why don't we open up the book and check?
The old bear's gifts for the princess. I may not read it all just because I'm starting to get a bit of a sore throat. Where is it? The bear and the princess. So I'll do this and then you can kind of pause it and read through it if you want to. I'm just going to kind of scan read it. Oh, he had kind eyes. Oh, talking about Sam, she had no reason to trust him except he had kind eyes. Okay, after that day, the princess would occasionally find gifts from the bear. Okay, a fresh caught salmon, a handful of ripe berries, salmon, berries, bluebell. Salmon, berries, bluebell. And here we go, so that you can finish that story if you like. I'm going to actually read that story myself a bit later on. So, salmon, berries, bluebell. Right?
Some roses, maybe?
No.
Wait. Fresh caught salmon?
Yes.
A newly bloomed bluebell?
Yes. Where's the other one?
Some honey?
No, it wasn't honey, was it?
Maybe not. A handful of ripe berries?
There we go, that's it.
Nice. Man, he had it bad. Just couldn't let go.
Uh-oh. This is going to break my heart. Oh, okay, Sam, here we go. Sorry for the note under the door like a prison inmate. You okay? I stopped by and rang a couple of times this week, but you didn't answer. I could see the light in the hayloft, so I figured you were in, but didn't want to talk. I hope I didn't ruin everything. I know I probably came on kind of strong, but the thing is, I don't know how to talk to a woman like you. You are strong and kind, and you know so much. It's hard for me to know how to keep up. I guess all that went to my head. But I want you to know I got the message, and I'm going to get out of your hair now. And there doesn't need to be any bad feelings. We can pass in the street and say hello or not. It's okay. I noticed your car was leaking, so I put some sealant in there. You might need to take it to the shop though. Let me know if you want me to come with you, because sometimes these guys try to rip you off. If not, no big deal, Sam. So I wonder if he was still with his wife at that point, and that's why she didn't kind of entertain him.
The crafty goblin's loot.
That's from The Princess and the Two Thieves.
The Princess
I drew
and
the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake, which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
Oh, absolutely.
All right,
Brilliant
Picasso.
cake.
And you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
Right, so what did she call it? The Princess and the Goblins? The Princess and the Two Thieves. Okay, so again, I'm just going to flick through it and try and find the answers, but you can read it properly if you want to. You can pause and read through it. Spoons and plates and forks and knives. So, fruits and nuts and eggs, spoons and plates and forks and knives, and blankets. Okay, let's try that. So, spoons and there we go, spoons and forks and knives.
What if they took some spoons?
Where's the blanket? The eggs?
I'm pretty sure they stole some eggs.
Fruit?
Maybe they took some of the princess's fruit?
Yay!
That's it. I always wondered where that drawing
You are
went.
the best
She said
mom
it
in
was
the
her
world, the
favorite, and
prettiest
then
princess.
one day it just disappeared.
Oh, and she put it up there. That's so cute. There we go. I think we've done all those now. So I'm probably going to call it there, because we're going to go back downstairs. So that's a good place. I think it'll save there. And I can carry on with this next time. But I really enjoyed doing all those little puzzles and finding out more about Marianne and her story. So yeah, let's head on out of here.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
Well, you make me think that I've missed something now.
I guess we could stay a little longer if you think there's more to find.
What have I missed? Is there anything down here? Just have a quick look round. Is there anything I've missed? I know I've done all the puzzles. Maybe there's like I think I've done everything, right? I don't think I've got anything else to put on here. No, I think we're done, Ali. I think we're done. Wait, how do I... There we go.
You really want to go? You sure
No, I'm
we've
not
seen
sure,
everything?
but I think we're going to have to go, because I don't know what else there is.
Either way, I'm ready for this to be over.
Me too.
Right, well, I really enjoyed that. Call it the memory of Marianne's argument on the dock. This is probably going to be the last episode now. It's probably going to be really heavy. I think I'm going to call it a night. I really want to carry on playing, but it's getting kind of late. So I'm going to finish this episode tomorrow with a nice cup of coffee, and yeah, I hope you'll join me. Right, guys, thank you for sticking with me through that. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you did find the time to read those extra stories. If you wanted to, if you didn't, that's okay as well. I'm going to go back and reread those. Great, guys, take care. See you again soon.